Sorry about that leap there. Okay. Chidima, hi. Kalista, hello. Okay.
Hello.
Hi. Nkem, is this our own Nkem or is this Nkem that's as in New Brunswick? Which one is it?
Nkem in Toronto.
Okay. Hey guys, it's a pleasure to meet everyone here today. Thank you for joining. I'll prioritize the questions that were sent in, and then after that, I'll take any other questions that come up here during the call. Yeah, I'll try to answer as much as I can. Yeah. Okay. So before we get into that, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Chioma Frances Ogamba. I am the founder
My love,
and
let me call
CEO
you back, please.
of Kesha Immigration. And Ken, please, can you mute yourself? I'm the founder and CEO of Kesha Immigration. I'm also the lead consultant here. And for those that don't know, I'm also I'm licensed in Canada for Canadian immigration. I'm now CIC. So the whole point of having this is for us to meet with our current clients, our incoming clients, and answer questions and just connect with our community. And sometimes some people send the questions and they catch up with the recordings. So whether you're here live or whether you're catching up with the recordings after, it's a pleasure to have you here. And if you have any questions, just please take note of it, and I'll go into that after I answer the ones that have been sent in already. Okay, I'm going to share my slide, my screen for the slide right now. And so welcome to the Kesha Kindred Community Q&A session this weekend. I'm going to answer the questions and then we can have an interactive session. So I already introduced myself, and yeah, let's do it that way. I already introduced myself, and then I'll go into the questions for about 20 minutes or less, depending on how long it takes. And then if you have live questions, just write it down in the chat. I'll go through the questions when I'm done, because you don't have to wait till the end to write it down. Okay. All right. So the first question was from Perpetua, and she was asking about immigrating to Canada with her family in 2025 and how much that she needs. So it depends on the number of people in the family. And if she's on the call, she can clarify that. But it depends on the number of people in the family. So what I'm going to do is try to bring up the table and show you the different amounts required. I'm going to assume she's asking for permanent residency to answer this question. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Let me find the exact. I'm going to show you guys on the Canada Immigration website, and you'll see exactly where it is. So technically, they do it based on family size, single person, spouse, family of 3, 4, 5, and so on. So It's a table. I'm going to share my screen now so you guys can see it. So when I did mine, I remember my, 1 second. Okay, so when I did mine, I remember the month for just one person for single being as low as 12,000 then. So over time it changes, they keep increasing and increasing and increasing. So right now, for one person, like a single person, is 14,690. So when I advise, what I do is I tell people, add buffer to whatever you're seeing here. Okay, so you want to, for one person now, the minimum I would expect is maybe like 15,000. I wouldn't advise them to just show 14,690 like that. So at least 15,000 and above. If you even have 17,000 to show or more, or 20,000, show them. But whatever you're seeing here is the minimum. So this is for one person single, this is for husband and wife or partners, and this is for, husband, wife, and one child, or a single mom and 2 children. It depends. So what matters is the number of people in the application. So just keep adding a family member. And then if you have more than 7 people, every additional family member, you add an extra 3,009. It's just an extra 4,000. An extra 4,000 for every family member. And that's kind of what they did all through here if you do your math. So that's how it works. Okay. I've shown this one. I'm going to go back here. So the second question is, can you provide more details about Canada's new immigration caregiver pathway, specifically what the application process is like, and what are the key requirements? Okay, so for the Canada new immigration caregiver pathway, there are 2 streams. That's where I would want to start from. They are dividing it between people in Canada, people that can apply from being in Canada, and people that can apply outside Canada. And the focus right now is for people in Canada. Okay. And those in Canada right now, they need to have certain requirements. And I'm just going to go through that briefly. The application process, no one really knows what that's going to look like yet. I think that's going to be clear from March 31st, like they've been saying. But the key requirements, at least the eligibility criteria, I can put you guys through that right now. So I'll start with the eligibility criteria. And because we've been getting a lot of questions on this, I'm going to go even deeper and discuss other things beyond the eligibility criteria. So the number 1 is language proficiency. Everything, almost all immigration pathways in Canada, you have to have some kind of language proficiency. So whether it is English or French. The good thing about this particular pathway is that it's as low as level 4. And when I say level 4, I mean level 4 in Canadian language benchmark for IELTS, or CELPIP, or whatever exam you're taking, or if it's French, TEF or TCF. But level 4 is what you're looking for. Now, I know level 4 for CELPIP is 4 in everything. Reading, writing, speaking, and listening. Okay. So for IELTS, I want to confirm is exactly the same thing. My guess is that it's going to be similar, but not 100%. So for example, IELTS reading level 4 is level 4 is going to be 3 for reading. IELTS writing level 4 is going to still be 4. IELTS listening level 4 is 4.5. and IELTS speaking level 4 is 4. So it's slightly different. But CELPIP is just the same. So when we're looking at the requirements for English, if you just understand English at a basic level, the chances that you're going to pass this level 4 is very high, because level 4 is not that, it's honestly really beginner level, you know, it's not that high, which is a good thing. Okay. Now, the equivalent of a Canadian high school diploma is, for those that are not in Canada, it's just your secondary school certificate. If you're in Nigeria or West Africa, wherever, it's your WAEC. Just showing that you finished secondary school or high school, depending on where you are in the world, is what they are looking for. So you don't even have to have a diploma or a bachelor. When I mean diploma, I mean not high school diploma. I'm talking about diploma in like a college or university setting. You don't need that for this process. Then the work experience is interchangeable with the training credentials. So if you have 6 months work experience in caregiving, it would apply. Or if you don't have work experience and you have caregiver training, that would apply as well. Okay. Now, an offer for a full-time home care job. This is where some people might find it difficult, because the first 3 eligibility criteria is a bit easier to come by, right? But it's a bit challenging when you're looking at getting a job offer, because the kind of job offer that I'm expecting you to get is to get a job offer from this different. Let me give you the examples of people. Number one, it can be a private household. So let's say someone that already has children, or at least one child, or has an elderly parent that they need to take care of, or has a child or young adult that has a disability or something along those lines. Let's say it's a family. That family has to be able to show that the income of, if it's just a single parent household, let's say a single mom or a single dad, that person's income has to cover taking care of them and the children, and have extra to hire. It's not that common. But let's say 2-parent household. The 2 parents in that household have to have income that will cover the well-being and care of both parents and children, and then show extra to take care of the salary for that job. Now, when you come to this table I showed you guys earlier, somehow this is can use it as a guideline. That table I showed you guys, you can use it as a guideline. Let me see if you guys can see now. It's taking a while to come up. So the POF I showed you guys earlier, that POF is such that their amount, they expect it to be enough for you in 6 months. Okay, they expect it to be enough for you in 6 months. They expect that within 6 months of coming to Canada, you should get a job. That's the hope. It doesn't always happen like that for everybody. But they use how would I put it? They use statistics and numbers. They have their figures and why they came to this amount and why they keep increasing it, because inflation and all of the things. Now, if you multiply this by 2, because 6 months, like for a year, is going to be times 2, right? So if you multiply it by 2, it's how much a family should have in a year. So in a way, you can use this as a guideline of, if it's a family of 3, 2 parents and a child, in a year, they should have at least 45,000 as family income. So that family as a whole should at least be earning 45,000 and more. If they want to pay you salary, usually salary for this kind of role is maybe like 45,000, 40,000, sometimes 30, depends on how many hours you're working and the pay they are giving you per hour. So I'm just using examples here, but if, let's say, a family is earning 80, 100,000 or and above as a family, the chances that they can accommodate paying salary is a bit higher. So if this case where both parents are earning six figures, 100 and something, then the chances are definitely higher there. But it also depends on their lifestyle, depends on what they spend money on, depends on their investments, depends on their debt, it depends on a lot of other factors. But I'm just trying to give you guys an example and how it used to be calculated in the past, though. I don't know if that's how they're going to do it this time around, but there were pilots programs that were like this in the past, and that was how it was worked on. Now, apart from private households, there are organizations that can directly hire full-time workers, right? Either for short-term or occasional home care. So it can be helping people that are recovering from an injury or an illness. So home health care service providers, home care support service providers, direct care agencies, personal care services in residential settings, and pediatric home health care service providers. So this is exactly directly from the Canadian website. Now, the good thing about this particular program, when the much I can say when it comes to the application process is that you're going to be getting permanent residency PR in one step, which is a huge thing, because in the past, you would get like a work permit, and then after 2 years or something, you qualify for PR 1 year. So being able to get permanent residency straight is a huge thing. It's a huge advantage, and it's something that if someone qualifies for it, can get that job offer and everything, it's definitely a very good pathway. It's a very, very good pathway. They don't have a lot of pathways that are this easy, but that also means you have competition. That also means you have to act quickly. That also means that you really don't want to be doing try and error, if you want to do this. So yeah, anyone that is in Canada that meets this, even if they are visitors, if they are able to meet the criteria, they have a good chance of getting PR with this. The one thing I'm going to add to this before I leave and go to the next question is that I like that they mentioned that if you're a home care worker without status in Canada, so you might know friends or family that might fit this criteria. So if they meet this eligibility criteria I've discussed so far and they don't have status, they may still be eligible in this pilot program. And I like to mention this because it's not every day that we see pathways that accommodate people that are already illegal in the country. Canada doesn't like people being illegal in the country, so they usually don't encourage it or even find ways to make you illegal. So, but for them to do this, that shows how important it is that they really want, people in this that will qualify for this pathway to just get into the system and become legal. And it also shows you the importance of how much families in general across Canada need people that have this expertise, because it's not easy being here and just taking care of children by yourself. Talking from experience, having someone to assist makes a huge difference. At least it did for me. Okay, so I'm going to go into the next question right now. So this one is saying, can I convert my 6 months Canada visit visa to a work visa without returning to my home country? If so, could you explain the process? Additionally, I'd like to know the detailed requirements and estimated cost involved. The time when you could convert Canada visit visa to a work visa has passed. There was a public policy that supported that for a while, but they don't do that anymore. But just like I used this caregiver pathway as an example, this home care worker pathway, as an example of being able to get in through a pathway that's going to accept other visitors or like people that are already illegal and all of that. It's just about finding the pathway that will work for you. But that direct, visit visa to work visa is not exactly as open as it used to be. That was a temporary public policy that they had in place during COVID era, which has passed. Now it depends on why you're visiting. If you're visiting, depends on the situation, if you're visiting for family reasons or anything, or something tangible, there's an option of extending your stay while you figure out what you can do. You can transition to being a student, you can transition to permanent residence even. I've seen it happen in different instances. In fact, with my family members, with my clients, so it's not out of place at all. So there's no specific process to explain here. It's just about getting personalized, tailored advice based on your profile. And that's where consultation comes in. Because questions will have to be gone back and forth. Your resume has to be looked at. Other pathways have to be examined and then see the option that will work best for you. All right. So if there's no particular pathway, there's no way of knowing how much that's going to be because every pathway is different. Okay, I'm going to go to the next question right now. Question 4. So this is a question from a Nigerian, currently in Cyprus, Michael. And Michael is asking that he's planning to move to Canada on a work visa. However, I'm unsure about the process. How do I go about it? And how much does it cost to process a work visa from Nigeria to Canada? Okay, so I'm going to try to tie to the other question I asked before. They're kind of similar. But one thing I did not mention in question 3 is that the person in question 3 could actually, this Igwekwe, could actually also get a job and use that to get a work permit. Now, the hack to getting a job in Canada is leave the big cities. Go to the smaller cities or apply to, don't go without having a place to stay or having a job, but apply to get a job in the smaller cities. You have a higher chance of being able to use that job offer to stay back, either through PR or getting a work visa. The chances of getting a work visa or LMIA, all of those things when you're in a bigger city is not as high. But I know most people want to stay in the bigger city where it's happening, but it doesn't always work out like that. Okay, so I'm going to go into question 5. And it says, what is the process for the caregiver pathway scheduled for March? And what are the other possible options to consider? So this is kind of like the same thing. I already talked about everything that there is to know as at right now when it comes to the caregiver pathway. The only additional advice I might give at this point is if you're currently working in Canada, so the government of Canada says, that's IRCC says, if you're currently working in Canada, take a language test. So go and do your IELTS or your CELPIP and get your education assessed. So whether you have a BSc or a diploma or high school diploma or secondary school diploma, whatever, you have to assess your education. And organizations that do that are organizations like WES, which I'm sure most of you must have heard of, WES. And there are other organizations as well, ICAS, IQAS, a number of them. If you studied medical, if you have a medical degree, there's a whole different organization for that. Pharmacists have a different organization, but the point is just get your education assessed and take the language test. That's what I'm telling people currently in Canada. And then people that are not in Canada, they're telling them, oh, hold on, we're going to share more details about the applicants not working in Canada when they become available. So they're not advising them to do anything yet. Now, in my opinion, if you are outside Canada, this is my opinion. No, this is not what the government said. This is my own Chioma Frances's opinion. This is just my advice. Based on experience, I would say if you're outside Canada and you're looking to use this pathway, still go and take your language test if you've not taken it. Still get your education assessed if you haven't gotten it assessed. Don't wait till the information comes out. If you have to go and get that credential, that training credential, that's going to help you get I can stop sharing now. That is going to help you get okay. That's going to help you show that you have experience, or that's going to show you that you have what it takes to do the job. Remember, when I was talking about work experience, you can have work experience, you can also have an educational training credential, right? Maybe you studied home care giving or something, or you already have experience in it. So if I were in your shoes and I was outside Canada, I'll start working on getting all of those things in place so that when they wake up and decide to share the information with us, we'll have a higher chance of being the first on the line. So those that are following this directly will just be waiting. And when that time comes, you'll start trying to write the exam test, the language test, blah, blah, blah. But if you do that now, you'll be a step further than others that are waiting. Okay. I've come to the end of the questions that we have, I think. So now I'm going to go to, let me see. Oh, okay. I think I missed the last one. Oh, sorry. I spoke too soon. 1 second. Let me share the screen again. Okay. So question number 6 was talking about the estimated tuition fee for a PhD in management related fields. Okay. So this person wants to come up, is probably considering coming to do PhD here. And PhD here is it can be as high as 30,000 per year, or even as low as 10,000 a year. Of course, if you're here, let me not assume, I'll just say it. Just domestic students, which are people that have PR, people that have citizenship, most of the time, they all the time they pay less. 99% of the time they pay less than international students. And they pay as low as 40 to 60% lower than whatever an international student is paying. So the tuition fees differ. So, but I'm going to assume this person is not in Canada because they're saying relocation to Canada with family through PhD. So I'll just say budgets at least 15 to 35,000 a year, Canadian dollars. But if you're going for PhD, you most likely have a master's. And so my advice would be, as you're trying to explore PhD options, explore other options that might give you the opportunity to come here as a permanent resident first. Because coming as a student with tuition and everything is more expensive. You really don't want to use study as your first option. Study has to be an option you go for when you've exhausted every other option, especially when you're educated up to like masters, you have work experience. A lot of people that have those kind of profiles, because they don't have the right information and people guiding them, they think that they just have to come and continue studying and studying and studying. No. I came here when I didn't even have my master's. I came here when I had my bachelor's and I had an extra diploma. Yes, that was back then. What worked then will not work now. But still, if you have a master's already, you have at least explore what that looks like. Because just you have just been a skilled professional. There might be provinces depending on the industry and the occupation that you have experience in. There might be industries that there might be provinces specifically. Provinces here, like states in Nigeria, for example. There are provinces here that are looking for people with specific experiences in specific occupations. So that's why I usually tell people study is not your best option. Look at other options first. Settle on study if you have the funds and you've exhausted options to come in as PR, because till tomorrow, permanent residency pathway, through any pathway, there are different ways to come in as a permanent resident, but coming in as a permanent resident is the first and best option anytime, any day. Anytime, any day. Okay, so thank you so much for listening. I'm going to go straight into questions right now. But before I do, you can look at the screen and see where to get in touch with us on Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, and YouTube. You can also follow me on my LinkedIn on my LinkedIn, Chioma Ogamba. I share some things. I try to post a weekly basis there, a few times a week. Okay, so I'm going to go straight into answering the questions. So I'm going to stop sharing. Anyone that joins us here, if you are interested in us handling your application in any way, and you get in touch with us today, you would have a discount for joining us here today and being part of our community. So, okay, so I'll go with Chidima's question first. She's asking that she's saying she's currently working part-time as a babysitter for 20 hours a week. And she has been in this role since September 2024. Before that, when students were permitted to work full-time, she also held various caregiving jobs. She said, does this qualify me for the program? Chidima, I have a question for you. Are you still here? Maybe I can do
Yes, I am.
a hot seat. Chidima, that voice. Wait, did we do your study visa for you?
Oh, yes. You've forgotten me so fast. Oh, my
No,
God.
no, I didn't forget you. That's why from from I didn't forget you, your name and your voice.
Okay.
I
Because we
see
had
that.
agreement that you're going to take me to citizenship.
I love that you still remember and that you're still here. That is my plan for all my clients that would allow me to do that.
Yes.
Okay, so I want to do a hot seat free consultation for you right now on the spot. Okay, so let me ask you
Thank
some
you.
questions. But you have to waive your rights to confidentiality because it's not only me and you here, and there are other people that will learn from. So if you share your information here, you're not going to hold me liable for whatever you share because I cannot guarantee whether it's going to be. Is that
Oh,
okay?
yes. You say that.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get on with it then. So I have a few
Okay.
questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Before 2024, the various full-time jobs that you held, were you
Mm-hmm.
working? How long did you work full-time in those roles?
Okay. The first one I started in October 2023, ended
Okay,
it in December.
and it
Then
was
started
full.
another one. Yeah, it wasn't, it was full time, but
Mhm.
sometimes I don't get enough hours. So it was
Okay.
scheduled, kind of.
Do
Then I
you have
started another.
Sorry for cutting you short, but
Oh, it's fine.
do you have any record of all the hours you've been working since then till now?
Yes, because I filed my tax in 2023, so I have the T4 for that. Then
Okay.
the 2024 on I'm about to do, so I also have T4 for it.
Okay. So if I think okay, so continue. Let me not jump ahead. Continue. So after December 2023, you got another job.
Yes, I started another one in February. I did that till July. But that one, if I sit to calculate my hours, it might be much because sometimes I do a full day work. It depends. And it was
Okay.
also this childcare. I was taking care of a 25-year-old that was disabled. Then the other ones was a 85-year-old woman. Then now I'm doing a childcare of 2 boys, and I've been doing that one since September last year.
Okay. I have a quick question. In fact, I just remembered I forgot to mention something, and that is why it's good to stay to the end of any session because sometimes something
Okay.
might come up that person might. So this is for everybody. When I was talking about childcare, this home, this home caregiver pathway, I did not mention that there are certain agencies that the government does not, IRCC does not consider experience that can work for this, or a job offer that can work for this. So if you're getting a job offer from a recruitment or placement agency, it does not suffice as a job offer that will make you eligible for this pathway. So I remember one or two of my past clients, I don't even know if she's here, she mentioned in one of our webinars in the past that, no, not our webinar, I think it was a session or so, and she was saying something about like, some people have, what's it called? Jobs already with placement agencies. So recruitment agency will hire you and put you in a place. It doesn't qualify as job offer. So that's just a note I wanted to make going forward. Now, to ask you, Chidima, the
Yes.
jobs that you had all this while, were they
Yes.
from recruitment agency or were they from like healthcare service providers directly or home care or direct care agency? What kind of agencies were they? How did you get these jobs?
No, they were home care. Like the man employed me personally for the wife. Then the
Oh,
other family too, they employed me personally. And this one too, it was a personal thing. They gave me job
so
offer
that's
with their name.
So, okay, so that falls under private households, okay? And do you still have this job offer right now? The
I
September one?
have for the last one. Then the
Okay.
other second one, I could go meet the woman again to give me that and backdate it, but I have her T4 because I'm
No, you
about
don't have to
to.
you don't have to backdate it. Just go with what you have. I
Okay.
think you have enough experience. No need to backdate anything. Just
Oh
give
yeah,
them.
I have my T4.
Okay,
Yes.
so I'm now talking about into the future. Do you have a job offer that's full time, at least 30 hours and above, or do you think you can get something like that?
Oh yes, the family I'm currently working with, they are willing to make it a full time because I am done with school in April.
Okay.
So we've already started talking about it and they can change my offer to full time to start
Okay.
by April once I apply for my work permit.
Okay, so that's good. So, if I know that from you, just from I know you, even if you don't show your face, I remember you very, very well. So even just from hearing you talking right now,
This is
writing
my
the
face.
it's good to share your face, you know. I'm glad to see you.
Yeah.
We have our meetup because you're still in Calgary, right? Our meetup is long
Yes.
over, and this is a public space, but what you did not know, I'll say it because it's our community. What you did not know is that time you
Yes.
was pregnant, about to give birth to my second child.
I
So,
saw you in the church. I saw you at St. We went for Thanksgiving, the Catholic Thanksgiving. I saw you
are you serious?
at Assumption Church in North. I saw you, but I didn't want to disturb you. I've seen you twice in
Anytime you
church.
see me, no, anytime you see me, stop me. Ah, well, I'll give you a hug. Ah, I feel so bad. Why? I just see you. No, 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 no. Next time, stop me, please.
No
Okay,
problem.
so baby is back, is now going to daycare. I'm having my life back. So
That's
anyway,
good.
don't overdue. We need to catch up, please. Anytime you see me, why
Yes.
would you do that? Next time, please stop me. What's that?
I saw from afar when you were dancing to the altar with your family.
Okay, please next time, track me down. Let us say
I
hi.
will.
Okay,
I
so
will.
your English level is definitely most likely going to pass a level 4. Doesn't mean you should not study. Make sure you study for the exam.
Mm.
And
No,
then,
I have my English level already.
okay, so you're
I'm
taking
already
the,
on the pool,
okay.
but for my experience from back home. So do you advise, well, I'm maybe going to meet you guys after now because I would want to also work
Yeah, we
with you
can go
for
into
this year.
details of that, but even your experience before doesn't matter. Like the experience you've gathered here can work for this.
Okay.
I'm sure you have a bachelor's already, so high school diploma is not it. It's like do you have your
Yeah.
West already? Do you have that done?
Yes, I have my West done. I have my English
Because you're already in the
exam.
pool, so you should
Both
have that
before.
anyways by default. Yeah,
Yes.
okay. So the work experience that you've gotten since October 2023 till now should cover for that 6 months. I'm sure it's most likely going to be more than 6 months, but just check your hours from 2022 and
Yes.
2024. See if when you calculate the hours and if you're working 40 hours a week, if you put everything together, does it go into 6 months worth? Do your math and
Oh,
see what that.
yes, it will surely do.
Okay, so then you're
Because the one
fine.
I'm currently doing already is more than 6 months.
Okay, good.
Then when I add the
You're doing
previous
already
ones,
is more than 6 months, but it's 20 hours. It's not 40.
yeah, so I just need 10 hours, which the other ones will cover. So,
So that's what I'm saying. You have to sit down and check everything. It sounds like it's going to cover, but just do your math just to be on the safe side. Now, so that even if we are putting it together, we can say, oh, this is 8 months equivalent experience or something. If you have a means of getting caregiver training, that would be good. Check and see if there are
okay,
any caregiver trainings you can get here in Canada or outside Canada, in anyone. Just see if you can get something like that. That will just give you an
okay,
added
caregiver
advantage.
training.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good that you're already in talks with them to give you a full-time job offer. So with all of this, I don't think you have a problem. We can help you put it together. Congratulations in
When do
advance.
we start, please? When do we start?
Whenever you're ready.
I am ready now. Should I
Okay.
write to
Okay,
Amara or who should I talk to?
so what I'll say is, Nkem, are you here? Nkem, reach out to
Yes,
her,
I'm
send
here.
her a message, connect with her. Nkem works with us, but she's in Ontario, so she will just follow up with you
Oh, okay.
and get started.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
So,
Thank
are you
you.
good? Can I move on to the next person?
Yes, please. Thank you so much.
Well done, well done, well done. I'm so
Thank
happy to
you.
come this far. Congratulations. Well
Yes.
done. Congratulations in
Thank
advance for
you.
graduating soon, right? You soon graduate
Yes,
soon.
I remember when we had this meeting and it was how to get my visa to come to Canada, and now it's how to make me a permanent resident. And very soon it's gonna be citizenship.
Of course. I can't
Thank
wait.
you. Me
Congratulations.
too. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll move on to Michael Uche. He's saying he's a Nigerian but currently in Cyprus and interested in the PR. What are the requirements and how should I? Okay, so Michael, I think we are sending emails to each other, right? I think you are referred to by one of my former colleagues that I helped to come here, Abby, that colleague and friend. Let's have a consultation. This is not where I can't go. So I need to. I did the free hot seats consultation with Chidima because I have a background already in my head. She's a past client, current, going to be coming back again. But for you, I need to sit down with you and get more information and ask you. We need to have a consultation. So I think you are supposed to talk to Nkem today. I hope I'm not mixing it up. I think you're the same person. So just book a consultation and let me talk with you next week. I think I still have a few spots next week and I'll go into detail. I need to know your background. I need to know your resume. I need to ask you questions. We don't have enough time. In fact, this session was supposed to be for 30 minutes. We're already 45 minutes in. So what I would say is depending on your background, the chances of you getting into, for you to be in Cyprus, maybe you went to do your bachelor's or your master's, so you don't have just your high school, right? So just pay for a consultation. We'll give you a good discount for not just being referred, but for also being in this session, okay? So I'll move on to Georgia. Georgia Tim says, please, I would like to know if it's possible for your agency to help in getting someone a job in Canada. So getting a job in Canada is recruitment, my people. It's not immigration. The immigration part is for us to help you with the work permit. So we don't help with that. But if you come on board and we will try to find, I know most times the best thing you want to do is to come into a new country and have a job waiting for you, which is fantastic. But what we can help you do is look at your profile, find a good immigration pathway that would work for you, and give you advice on how to go about it. If it's to get a job, we'll share job boards for you to start applying for job and help you with your resume or whatever. We can guide you in the process, but we cannot help you get a job. That's just the truth. I have to be honest with you. So I can't charge you for something that we cannot do. Okay. So Genevieve, good day. Please, I would like to know the requirement for a kindergarten teacher in the new PR pathway that is going to start. I've been teaching kindergarten. Okay, I think this is what one of our current clients was talking about. Oluchi. Okay, this was not supposed to be the topic for today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get into it. Let me see if there are quick questions I can answer, because that one might take a little bit of time. Okay, Prophet Frank Wani, I think you're already talking to one of my team members. Perfect, you have your hand up. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, you missed the question by on iPhone. Is Mr. Anita's question before Genevieve.
Nope, it's not showing here. Maybe he sent it to just you. I can't see it. Can you please tell him to send it again? I can't see it from my end for some reason.
All right.
Aita, is it Aita or Ita? Sorry, if I don't pronounce your name well, I apologize in advance. Yes, we help you. We will help with West. So when our clients come on board for PR, we help them with everything. The only thing we cannot do for you, cannot write your exam for you, and we cannot get your documents from your room. But if you give us everything that we need, all your documents, and you write your exam, we help you with everything. If you have to take the exam, any exam, whether it's English or French, we can help you, tutor you, prepare you for the exam, and we have tutors as well that we work with, that partner with. Okay, now I'm seeing, I don't know why this iPhone, so it's weird. The message came in after. Is okay. That's what I'm looking at now. I'm going to come back to the one for teachers. Okay, I didn't forget. Hello, trust you're doing well. Please, I would like to make an inquiry. The last time after the paid consultation I had with you, I said I was going to come back, but I'm not sure now. I want to know if there's a possibility of moving forward with the PR. Okay. The agent you paid for work visa finally got you and your spouse to do biometrics, but you figured that what they did for you was a visit visa. The biometrics have been done, and we are told to take up to 6 months before you get a decision. So your question is, you don't have the details of your application. Okay. So you want to start, okay. So you want to start the application, the PR with us? Yes, you can. But the truth is you need to also, is there a way of getting this person here? Perfect. The person that asked this question, if you know the person, is the person still here? Please, can you help me check?
1 minute, ma. Oh, let me check.
I want to ask a quick question.
No, it's no longer here, but it's Mr. Inito.
He's no longer here.
No. Let me reach out to him. I was speaking to him today.
Okay. Mr. Frank, if we did your admission processing for you, you would have gotten a cheaper price for visit visa. Sorry, for study visa. My apologies. Because we give a discount to those that do both with us. Well, I think perfect to follow up with you on that. I can't start going into pricing here. That's not what this platform is for. We have our pricing on our website. So can you please help me get that? Because honestly, we have some services that is not everything I have in my head. That's why I just put on the website to be transparent to everybody. Okay, I'm going to go on now and answer a quick and see if I can okay. Although she's no longer here, she can always catch up with the recording. So I know someone specifically asked that question. I think, was it Gloria, or let me see if I can find her name, or Genevieve, sorry. Genevieve, are you still here? Okay, she's not here. Oluchi, do you have a specific question about this particular pathway for education? You're a teacher. Since Genevieve is not here, she's asked for kindergarten and all of that. Kindergarten is one of being a kindergarten teacher is one of the NOCs, one of the occupation they're looking for people that have experience in. So, to answer her question.
I'm here.
You're here?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see your name when I was searching through. Wait, can you talk again? Let me see.
I'm here.
Put on your camera.
Okay.
Okay, I've seen you. Put on your camera. Okay.
Yeah, I'm here.
So you are asking, you are telling me that you've taught kindergarten children below 6 years as a teacher since July 2024.
Yeah. I do both actually combined. I'm a caregiver. I have a caregiver certificate, but I also teach them because I'm with them all day.
Okay. This is not your full time. Okay, and you've been doing this since July 2024, so it's more than, it's full time you've been doing it for?
Yes, it's full time.
Okay. So it's going to boil down to, I don't know what the cutoff is going to be because they haven't done the cutoff for education people yet. The cutoff is going to determine, seeing them do the first round and knowing what your profile is and what your score is what's going to help me advise if you're going to have a chance there. But in the meantime, you're not going to wait for them to do the cutoff. You should come on board. Let's assist you with getting your profile ready and improving your score as much as possible. So that maybe you'll be one of the first people that they will choose when they do the cutoff. Depends, I don't know. Depends on your profile, depends on your score. But you can at least get prepared. So they need your experience so far qualifies to at least get started. So you can. So let me make something clear. When you book a consultation with us, and you end up working with us, we'll remove whatever you paid for consultation out of what we charge you. the consultation we are telling you to pay for is just to make sure, first of all, you show up and that, it's a good use of our time and no one waste each other's time and there's some kind of value there. Because when we do free consultations, sometimes people don't show up and it's not a good, it just creates a hole in my calendar and the time I would have used to do something else. So paying for consultation is a way of, first of all, you're going to get good information. You can get the kind of information that will make it clear on what would work best for you going forward. But when you end up using
Okay.
us, we'll deduct that from your application, especially if you're part of the community, from your application,
Okay.
from the package service, whatever you end up paying for, we'll deduct that. So
Okay.
please pay for a consultation, even if it's, pay for an hour or something. You can please follow up with Genevieve. Let her pay for a consultation. You can give her a discount code since she's part of the community. I want to be able to give something to the community based on the fact that he is based on the fact that they are here, they made out time to be here. So please give her a discount. Would you want to come for consultation before I even assume? Do you want to meet
Yes,
with me
of
too?
course I would want to. I would want to. I've spoken to you guys earlier before when I was doing my study application, though I've spoken to you guys and I've been following you. Of course I would want to come for a consultation.
All right, that's fine. When you come, we can go into detail on that.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah, Mr. Frank, I just approved your discount to Perfect now, so you can go ahead and come on board. Let's assist you with that. Okay. Any questions before I go? I think I have exhausted everything here. Mr. Frank, I don't know how you got your admission letter, but I hope that you got admission in a province that will give you a high chance of getting PR, because you really don't want to. I tell people, if you want to end up coming with study, make sure you have talked to an immigration consultant before you get your admission, because the school you study, the province you study in, is going to have a say in the options, in the PR options you end up having when you're done with the study, because we all know that the chances, the real one of the main reasons why we want to come and study and spend money here is because you want to stay back and get your PR. So you might as well plan with that in mind from the very beginning. All right. I think I have exhausted all the questions here. So Mr. John Bosco, I would highly recommend that. I don't know if have we met before. I don't think we have had a session before. If we haven't had a session before, please just come on board for it. I don't like charging people for PR until I know exactly what I'm doing for them, because different pathways charge different, cost different things. So I would highly suggest that you come on a consultation first. But on the website, we have 3,000 and above there. But there's some cases where you might not have to pay up to that, and there's some cases you might have to pay more than that. It depends on the pathway, it depends on the family members, and all of that. So please, can you reach any Genevieve, Chidima, can you guys send us a message on either our Canada WhatsApp or our Instagram chats? Okay. So Mr. John Bosco, I would like to meet with you and give you advice tailored to you based on your profile. And whatever it is you pay, like I've said in the past, I don't know if you are here when I said it a few minutes ago. If you end up coming up with us to do the PR like you're requesting, we'll give you a discount. And we'll remove whatever you've paid in consultation. We just want to make sure that we don't waste each other's time and that everyone shows up for that session. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the WhatsApp number right now. Maybe what we're going to do next time is okay, can you please make sure next time we have the WhatsApp number on the slide deck? Please drop your email addresses on the, please drop your email addresses. Okay. Thank you, Perfect, for dropping the numbers. Please drop your email addresses. You can send it directly to Nkem or to myself so that we can reach out to you and you can get up to 20% discount, up to 20% if you attended this session. So just drop your email addresses, okay? It's always a pleasure hosting these sessions and having to connect with all of you. My prayer is that whatever it is that you're seeking, like I usually tell all my clients, Chidima just said it. If I haven't told you, hear from me now. My goal is to help you reach citizenship and hold your Canadian passport. That's always the goal when I'm talking to someone. So even if someone's coming to study, I'm already calculating in my head, how can they from this study get to citizenship? And before that, of course, is PR. And as I hear me say, is it going to work with you for PR and all of that? But the goal is for you to hold your passport and travel wherever you want in the world. So that's my prayer for everyone that's looking to get that. So please connect with us. You'll get 20% discount if you book the consultation by Monday latest. The 20% discount is still going to be there. And when you come on board, because you're part of the community, you're still going to get a discount with whatever package you want to come, you want us to help you out with the consultation fee out, you know. So thank you. I'm going to play some music. And for those that want to hang around, you can hang around and drop your information. This particular music is my first son's favorite right now. He's always asking, Mommy, please, even though he doesn't pronounce it very well like a proper Igbo boy, but at least he tries. Mommy, please play me Omema. So I'm going to play it for you guys. And I look forward to meeting you guys next week.
Please drop your email addresses on the chat box so we can reach out to you with your discount code. Thank you.
I told them to your favorite song. Remind me, always for the one. Okay, people, if you've dropped your email addresses, thank you for joining. Hi, Mosun. Hi. You came at the end. Listen to the
Is it
record.
the end? Was it 12?
Yes. Yeah,
My
we
God,
started
I
an
thought it
hour
was
ago.
1 p.m. EST.
Why are you playing it? Let me post it. Yeah, we
Oh
just
my
finished,
goodness.
but yeah, but it's okay. We
Oh
listen to
my
recording. I
God.
taking that pathway and all of that, and it was I went as detailed as possible. But thank you for coming. Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my God. And I even set an alarm for this. Ramadan started today, so I just woke up. I set my alarm to like some minutes to 1 p.m. Oh my
Yes, you can play if you
goodness.
want. Go ahead. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay,
It's okay.
where can I get the link? I would get an email, right, for the link of the recorded
We'll
version.
put up the link today. Ken, please upload this today. Okay. Okay, am I here?
Okay.
Yes, I am.
Please upload it on YouTube and share the link with everyone, please.
Oh,
All right.
thank you. Oh,
Thank
I
you.
really did not want to miss it. That's fine. No problem. Thank you.
Me, why I go out?
Thank you so much, everyone. My prayer is that God will move in all the situations for everybody and you have your dream come true. Thank you so much for joining. We're going to start working on generating the recording and sharing it on YouTube, and you'll get it there. All right. Have a good evening, a good day wherever you are, and see you next time. Bye.